What to expect as the Seattle Sounders enter the 2016 MLS Cup playoffs, coming up on the Quest Diagnostics Scouting Report. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Quest Diagnostics Scouting Report. Good health starts with knowing. Here with Steve Zakuani, I'm Nick Firchau, previewing the Seattle Sounders Western Conference knockout round matchup against Sporting Kansas City on Thursday night out at CenturyLink Field. Kickoff 7 p.m. on FS1 and Unimas on local radio, Cairo, 97.3 FM and El Rey, 1360 AM. Steve, I want to talk about a couple things here on the Scouting Report today. Most importantly, right off the bat, Nico Lodeiro and his influence on the team down the stretch of the season. Let's take a look at some of these numbers, though, and how he's contributed over the last 4 games. You look at those first 9 games after he joined the Sounders in July. Everybody knows how good he was. 3 goals and 8 assists, 92 touches per game. You see some of the other numbers there. 4.7 key passes per game. Those are passes, Steve, that lead to a good scoring chance. Sounders won 5 of those 9 games, but now you look at those last 4 games of the season, just 1 goal, Steve, and 0 assists, and all the other numbers dropping off there a little bit. Yet, Steve, the Sounders won 2 of those 4 games, and they won a game without him even in the lineup. So where is the help coming from if Nico Lodeiro's numbers are dropping off slightly?
You know, other guys have stepped up. You've seen Christian Roldan getting on the score sheet. His performances have been very good. Osvaldo Alonso we've spoken about. Roman Torres coming back. But Nico Lodeiro, when he came in with a bang, and he was flying all over the place. And without him, this team doesn't make the playoffs. In the past few games, we're seeing a more realistic Nico Lodeiro. Probably the Lodeiro we're going to see over a 34-game span. It's unrealistic to expect him to have a goal or an assist in every single game. But his influence is still there on the team. He makes other guys around him better. And whether he's on the score sheet or the assist sheet, if his stats don't show up, he still has such a great influence on this team. But the good thing is, if he's been marked out of games and getting more attention, there's other guys around now who are so confident and able to contribute. And this team's record's good whether Lodeiro's scoring or not scoring. But of course, he's been a key reason why they're even in the playoffs.
And now Sporting Kansas City, the opponent on Thursday night, they have not yet seen Nico Lodeiro. The only 2 times these teams met earlier this season, the season opener back in March, and then July 24th, which was the last game before the Nico Lodeiro era. Sporting Kansas City got wins in both of those games, but extenuating of circumstances. A red card early in that season opener, and then no Ozzy Alonso on the road for the Sounders at Kansas City in July in that route. So how much do you actually take from those 2 games as you head into this Western Conference knockout round?
You take absolutely nothing. Those earlier 2 games have no bearing on what we're going to see on Thursday night. The first game of the season, as you mentioned, the Sounders played most of that game with 10 men, O'Neal Fisher being sent off, and even a Kansas City goal. It's a shot that Stefan Fry saves 9 times out of 10. Tremendous goalkeeper. It's one of those ones that he would want back. And then the game in July, 100 degrees. The Sounders were struggling at the time, and it was before Brian Schmetzer took over, before Lodeiro, before they kind of got confident and on this run. Kansas City have not seen, I don't think, an offense as good as the Sounders one has been recently in the second half of their season. And so they're coming to CenturyLink Field to face a rejuvenated team, and if they're going to put stock into those early results, they'll be in for a rude awakening. It's a very different team. They're playing in a very different style. Jordan Morris has also come to life. He wasn't alive too much in that very first game. Now it's a different player they're seeing. And so I think those 2 games, they go out of the window. Thursday night, different team, different story, and Seattle have a great chance to advance in the postseason.
3rd time since 2013 that the Seattle Sounders will host the knockout round at home at CenturyLink Field up against Sporting Kansas City on Thursday night. Check it out, 7 p.m. Pacific on FS1 and Unimas, local radio, Cairo, 97.3 FM and El Rey, 1360 AM. For Steve Zakuani, I'm Nick Firchau. Thanks for watching the Scouting.